Well, as the ag sector continues coping with COVID-19, the Association of Equipment Manufacturers is developing a list of best practices. The recommendations are based on what member companies are doing to keep their operations open while minimizing risk. AEM President Dennis Slater joins us now for a further look. And Dennis, thanks for taking the time to chat with us. So how are your members working to manage risk as they keep things going?
Well, good morning, Janet. It's good to be here today. I think, and this is an important story to tell, I think, first of all, beyond anything, really, the top priority is to really create an environment that will keep employees safe. So what we did was we reached out to our 1,000 members and said, you know, give us your best practices that you're using to stay open. And you'll notice as we go through all this, you know, that you haven't seen a lot of announcements of manufacturers of equipment really out there shutting down their facilities. There's some small stops along the way, but I think by them utilizing best practices, they've done a pretty good job.
So what exactly are you recommending in regards to on-site facility procedures and, of course, cleaning of those spaces?
Yeah, I think, first of all, what it really comes down to is a couple key areas. You know, first of all, you want to manage your risk. You know, understand your shift populations. You know, how many employees come in at any designated time to do things. And this goes for an office and it goes for a factory and all your facilities. You know, make sure that everybody has personal protective equipment so the PPEs are there for them. And, you know, make sure all employees, you know, first of all, have guidance on traveling to the office. You know, a month ago it was having travel permits. Today it's also guidance on public transportation. When people get there, it's make sure they have thermal screening devices so they can get in and make sure people are okay as they come in. And also, I think, set up, you know, daily leadership meetings. So as people come in, they understand each day what they're dealing with that. And that really is the first part. I think after that, you look at when you get on site, it's set up procedures. So even in our office, and we're starting to reopen our office, it's one of these things, have one-way pathways so people don't congregate anywhere. You really map out your procedures at your entrances, your exits, your traffic patterns, your stairwells, and your shop floor. And make sure there is that adjustment made for distancing. So it's all really important with that. And then I think finally after that, it gets down to hygiene and disinfection. And you really want to make sure that staff understands procedures and what to do, how to really have good, clean habits and work with them on that. And then I think finally after that, it really comes down to communication. So you go through this and you say, we have these health and safety protocols through best practices. We educate our employees to follow this. We make them aware of, first of all, the problem that's out there and how to deal with it. And then constantly communicate. So they really understand, I think, how to get through this, and they know what their company's doing the entire time.
Dennis, in quick summary, what would you say is the big takeaway from what you've seen from your membership?
I think the big takeaway is for all the companies to look at each other to make sure they create safe environments for their employees. And once they feel confident they can do that, really bring the employees into the process so they're part of the whole safety protocols here.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your insight this morning. Again, Association of Equipment Manufacturers President Dennis Slater on the phone with us today from Washington, D.C.